Well, there's an original classic Predator that was always part of my story from the beginning, was them encountering the same type of Predator you saw in the first movie, the same tribe, the same face, the same body, the same armor, exactly as the one you saw in Arnold's movie. Because after that, they changed the design a lot. You didn't really recognize him, so it's really cool to see the original guy there. And when he's bleeding, it's the same color blood. The new Predators, I don't know what the color blood is yet, because we haven't done that yet. We have a liquid we filmed, but the color is all changeable. Our characters are killers from around the world, different walks of life. Some, like one is a drug cartel enforcer, another is a mercenary, another is a sniper, another is a convict who's on death row. The idea that predators, again, evolve through combat, evolve through hunting, and so they have to pick these different people to study and learn to see how they would get in and out of different situations. They don't want the same group of people, so they wouldn't just go get a platoon, because that's kind of that's all the same kind of prey. They would get other kinds of minds, and learn from them. You know, especially if they ever get beat by one, then they get really interested, and that's when they can learn the most. So they want the challenge of different prey. I always love doing that. I love casting like that, where you get a really terrific actor and have them do something they don't normally do. I mean, that's every movie that I've ever done. Practically, you have actors getting to come and experiment and do things that you wouldn't think they would. Nobody would hire George Clooney back when he first had his first break from television, ER, because he was just a soft doctor on television, and they thought that must be all he can do, you know, forgetting that when you have a terrific actor, they can do anything. So I immediately hired him and made him a killer in From Dusk Till Dawn. So I do enjoy that, and Adrian really wanted to come do it very much the way George was, or Antonio, when he wanted to be in an action movie of mine. It was the same thing. He'd only done softer European type pictures, but terrific actors can do anything. So I knew he would commit to it, got himself physically in shape, but mentally he was already had the focus of wanting to surprise people, but also he has the acting chops to be able to make you believe anything. So that's what's really exciting about it. It's a fresher approach. I mean, we looked at a list of names of other people who just done that sort of role before, and it just kind of puts you to sleep. You know, you bring somebody else in that hasn't done it, and it's more, seems like more of a risk, but it really wasn't. I mean, he's a terrific choice. The character was a mercenary who reluctantly has to lead a group of killers on this planet. He wasn't supposed to be this ultra commando. He's supposed to be not that Arnold's character isn't intelligent, but just someone who's really intelligent, kind of cold-blooded, not part of a group, not someone who pretty much looks after himself. And to pull it off, we really needed just a really terrific actor, and Adrian was interested in doing it. And when you get an Oscar-winning actor wanting to be in a Predator movie, you kind of go that route. We just wanted to get the best actors possible. That always elevates the material, and you can just tell the difference. When you watch the movie, you can just tell it just feels like a real story with real characters, and it's not cartoonish. It actually comes off as something it's a lot scarier that way, actually, because you believe everything that's going on because of the actors. Everyone gets to do something different. I mean, Alicia Braga is amazing. Lawrence Fishburne gets to play a really, really great character. He was having a blast. So I like this sort of playground that I have here. People can just come and disappear in a role and have a good time, then they go back home. We shoot very fast and offer roles to people they don't usually get to play, and it always pays off because they appreciate it so much. Well, in my original script, I only had one female character, and that's always an important character for me. I have 5 sisters. You have to have a strong female character, and I thought it was important to have someone that wasn't just there for show, that actually was the heart of the movie. And so we had to find the right actor. I was a big fan of Elise's since I first saw her in her first film that I saw, City of God, and followed her work since then, because I'm always looking out for Latin talent. And the casting process was simple, actually. I asked for her to read, do an audition. She was in New York, and they sent it by internet. It's very sophisticated. So right here at this desk, I was looking at she was about this big on a little screen, and I could tell from that she was the person. We hired her from that. I brought the director in and said, "Can we just hire her, please?" And he fell in love with her too and thought she would be terrific. I didn't decide to have him in the movie, actually. It was the screenwriters, being big fans of Danny. They knew I was making Machete, and we're trying to think of characters that could really pop. Besides, we had Adrian, Elise, Lawrence, but we wanted to have almost like some Jesse Ventura type. So they wrote in the script, and this wasn't in my original draft, this was just in this draft, it said a Danny Trejo type drug cartel enforcer from Tijuana. His name is Cuchillo, which means knife. Danny always plays cutlery in my movies. So that was their hint that I should put Danny in the movie. And I made him think he wasn't going to be in the movie for a while. I just didn't want to hand it out. But then after a while, we realized there's no other Danny Trejo type actor. So you have to just get Danny. So we just said, all right, we'll just hire Danny again. And he's fun. He's really fun in the movie. We left the casting open to kind of find the most interesting presence, faces, actors, and we saw Lewis, and I thought he was just terrific. He had a great presence, very modern presence, and it kept it from being too cliched, and we got to go further with the character and his background by coming up with a nice backstory for him. This kind of your dream is to find actors that bring a character to life and help you steer the character into a final rewrite of the script, because you might come up with just a concept, but until you get someone living and breathing it, that does it really fully form. And his character is very cool. He gets to do some things that are, I think, will get fans very excited about seeing some showdowns that he might be doing. He will be doing. Quick. We hired them only a couple weeks before shooting and dropped them in the middle of training and right into the planet, and off they go. So you don't get much prep, because neither do the characters. They don't get any prep. They're dropped in the planet and they have to go and not get killed. So the preparation was frantic, and it really, I think, aided the energy on the set, because everybody was always playing catch up, and it lent there's a real quality to it, you see in the movie. And fortunately, everybody was already in good shape before they showed up, but by the time they need to show their stuff, they're in great shape.